Welcome to this video lecture on designing and dispatching e-certificates to the participant of a webinar or an e-classroom session, etc. Here we will learn how to make an e-certificate using Google Slides and AutoCAD. Before learning this, I would like to explain the background for doing this. In webinars, generally certificates are given to those participants who fill the feedback forms. These feedback forms collects the details of each participant and stores it in a spreadsheet as a record. Now, this spreadsheet is really important for our task. So first let me show you how to create a spreadsheet through a feedback form. It is through this feedback form that we collect the records in a database and e-certificates are based on it. In order to make a Google form, we need to open our Gmail account and select Google Forms or directly in a Google as Google Form. Clicking on Forms will provide us with the form. These are Google Forms from where we need to create a blank form. Blank form, we can give the title as St. Thomas College. Form description can also be provided here, and then we can create the first field as name. We can select the type as short answer and then write it here. This is a required field, so we need to check this. The first field has been created where name will be entered by the participants. Now we need to create a second tab for this. Second one is the email field. When we create the email field, that can also be selected as a short answer type and then make it as a required field. As for now, let's make only two fields, name and email, and this is a simple form which has been feedback form which has been created. Now let's go to the responses. Now here we see as 0 responses are there because now no one has yet filled the form. Also you can see a green icon here to create a spreadsheet associated with the feedback. When we click on this field, it will ask create a new spreadsheet or select existing spreadsheet. You can create a new spreadsheet here. You click the create button. So when we click on it, a new spreadsheet comes on the screen. Here we can see the two fields which we have created in the forms are column 1 and column 2. This is the timestamp which automatically comes in to register the time in which the participant has submitted the form. So we are taking only two fields, that is name and email, because for our e-certificate we need to have a field called name, and email is used to dispatch it to the participant's email address. So here we have completed our form making and we have built a database which will be used for our e-certificates. Now our spreadsheet is ready to accept responses from the participants. The link of the feedback form is provided to the participant. As soon as they fill and submit it, it is recorded in these sheets. Now let's start creating an e-certificate. For this, we need to move to the Google Slides. We go to the Google app. From there, we select Google Slides. We need to create a blank presentation. This is similar to a PowerPoint slide, but still there is a difference. We need to remove all the text boxes which are pre-existing and select one of the number of templates which are available on the right hand side, which is suitable for us. So let's create one from this slide. This is a blank template. We can insert any information just like we select it in a PowerPoint slide. We can insert text, we can insert images, audio, video, etc., different shapes, diagrams, etc. Now let me show you with an example. So I already have created one file. From this I will cut and copy. This text boxes that appears here, we can place it anywhere on the screen by resizing it and positioning it in the way we want. Text can be inserted, also images can be inserted in this same way. We can drag it to any place. Insert images also in this way. Resize it. Each text box can be taken and inserted. In this way, each block of text is selected and placed at the particular position so that each text box has a specific size according to its importance or something like that. I have already created one e-certificate. As shown here. Here all the texts are in a particular format. Fonts are changed signature is inserted. Signature is to be scanned first and then made it into an image form and then inserted through insert image. So this is the certificate created. One more most important thing we have to learn here is that this name field is a very important one here, where we want to insert the name of the participant from the database which we have created now. It should be inserted in a tag. This tag is what makes the difference. If you don't put it in tags, this field will not take data from the database. N number of fields can be put in the text anywhere as a text box, and it will accept data from the database. Till now we have created an e-certificate and a spreadsheet. This is the e-certificate, and the spreadsheet which we have created is shown below. Now we will learn how to merge these two files together. For this, we need to use AutoCrat. It is a Google app for merging two files. For this, we require to go to add-ons. Click on add-ons. This may not be automatically available. It has to be installed. It is an easy process to install AutoCrat. Just you go and get add-ons. As you click on add-ons, you will see a list of different Google apps. There is an yellow colored app called AutoCrat which has to be clicked, and it will be automatically set up. You just have to accept the terms and conditions, and it is installed automatically. Once it is installed, click on launch. AutoCrat launch. So it starts working now. So now when we are using AutoCrat, there are 9 steps to be executed one after the other to get our files merged. So we need to go to a new job. In this new job, we give a name to it. We can name it as certificates. Next, it is asking you to choose the template. Template is the certificate which we have designed now. So we will use that certificate. It's named, we can view it and see which one we want. This is the certificate which we want to merge. So let's go back and select use. Clicking on use will fetch tags from the template. Next, we see the name field which we have inserted. The name field tag is showing on the map source data to template. So we are going to map this particular tagged field to the database field. You select name here also. So this is from the e-certificate and this is from the database name as you see it here. Next, you can give the name to each merged file. We give it as CERT, comma, and the tag, give a tag field as name. So each certificate will appear with a name. We need to get the PDF of each file. Output as multiple mode is to be selected here. Next, choose a destination folder. In this, if you have a folder, you can select choose folder. I have created a folder named as certificates, and I would select this. Now the certificate option is selected. Click on select. So the next step, that is the fifth step, is select. In this, the folder is selected as certificate. Then again we can move to the next one. Add dynamic folder reference. This is an optional thing. Next, set merge condition is also optional. You can move to the next. Share doc and send emails. Share doc is selected as yes. PDF has already been selected. Allow collaborators to reshare. You can share, use yes, let it be yes. Send from generic no reply address, let it be no. After doing all this, we require to attach with the email. For this, move down and click on this tab to see a list of various tags available from the table. So select email. You can paste it here. So email tag is appearing, so that each email addresses will be taken from this spreadsheet, and an e-certificate will be sent through this email address. So you can reply to, type in a subject, certificate of participation. Patient is the subject, and you can type a message here. Hi, FA certificate. Can give a small message regarding the certificate and then save. Or you can go to the next option also. This is a very important step in which we need to add or remove job triggers. Now, when do we want to send the email? If we want, yes, we must enable triggers from this project before you can add one to this job. Means as soon as the data comes into the table, a trigger is enabled and it immediately sends the e-certificate to the participant through his email address. So you can use yes. Or you have another option also. If you run on time trigger, run every 1 hour, 2 hours, or this time period is given, during these time periods it will send the email certificates to the email address. So we save. Now AutoCAD has already merged the two files together, and an existing job known as certificate has been created. Still now the email has not been sent to anyone as we don't have data here. So now let's see an example. I will use a response form or a form to enter the data, and then the certificate is dispatched. Now our job is finished. Let's test this process. Let me fill a feedback form and show you how the certificates reach to the email address. For this, let me open the form. This we had created. We need to send it. We can send it through the link also. The link for the form is available here. You can get a shortened URL also here. This shorter URL can be copied and pasted to any of the WhatsApp groups, such that when clicking on this link, the form will be opened. Or we can send it through mail also. So the recipient's address should be provided, one of an email ID, and we can send. You can give a message to the person here. Send option will send the form into the email address. So let me check. As I have sent this, we will see in the inbox. See, this is the feedback form which has been sent. Let me open this. Here we will fill out the form. Name, email, and submit. The record has been submitted. Now we can go to our forms. We see that the data which I have submitted already appearing on the sheet here, and also our merge option has provided a certificate. This is the certificate we can see in the PDF format. You open this. I had written the name here. The name is appearing over here. Similarly, anyone who submits the feedback form receives this file. This file will automatically be sent to the email address also. We need not do anything. At the appointed time, it will reach its destination. Back in the video, in the ninth step, we created a new job called certificates. Similarly, many jobs can be created on a spreadsheet, and clicking on the arrow button of an existing job will enable the job to execute. Thank you.